morning, my loves. Happy vlog day. Tuesday for me, Friday for you. Last week's vlog just got uploaded yesterday. So hopefully you are watching that right while I record this. So you can be caught up, so we can all be caught up. I actually ended up not, funny thing, I ended up not uploading the vlog because I was taking care of my mother-in-law. And last week, I talked a lot about my in-laws. And so that's funny to kind of piggyback off last week. If you haven't watched it, I saw real-time examples of the emotional immaturity of both parents last weekend, and all of the hustle and bustle, plus just being busy. I always be trying to keep my hair down, but it's hot. It's hot, y'all. Especially today. We got a heat wave in Chicago, so we're gonna pull this hair up. But the hustle and bustle of taking care of both my mother and my mother-in-law last Friday, because I took my mother-in-law to the doctor and then went and had lunch with my mother. Honestly, I did not upload a vlog, and then last weekend, excuse the overshare, I was on my cycle. And those of you who have been here for a while know that my cycle in my 30s has been kicking my ass. And so I took the whole weekend to just relax. And so yesterday, when I kind of hit the ground back running at work, I was like, let me upload last week's vlog, because it's a very important conversation. And I feel that it is a very relevant conversation. Both mothers literally exhibited what I was talking about in those videos. It is a heat wave, so I'm gonna have this little mini fan on instead of having the AC on, so I don't have to scream over the AC for y'all to hear me. Damn, that was a lot to take from my brain out my mouth. But anyways, my mother-in-law was just going to get a colonoscopy, child. But in true, childish adult fashion, she sent a cryptic text message to her kids. She has all of her kids and their spouses in one group chat, so that way whenever she needs to communicate to all of us, she can. She sends like this cryptic message, like, pray for me in the hospital or some shit like that. And like, with life being as crazy as it is, we really shouldn't do stuff like that, even if it's a joke. Even if there is some, like, I really do want y'all to pray for me, because anything could happen to it. Because if I'm at work and I get something cryptic like that and I can't call you, or I can't reach out to you, I can't, you know what I mean? So Friday, I ended up having to, like, calm down some of my like in-laws and let them know, like, she's fine. I got her, first of all. Second of all, she's just having a standard colonoscopy. They just trying to make sure that everything is still fine. On the flip side of that, my mother will literally have something serious going on and won't tell us until damn near it's too late. Her and my big sister got that bad. Like, my mother will have tons of doctor's appointments. I talk to my mother and my big sister every day. Neither of them will tell me about the doctor appointment, but then both of them will kind of shade, you know what I mean? Shade everybody else for not being as present at her doctor's appointment. But it's like, how? I can't read nobody mind. I can't violate HIPAA and call no doctor and tell them to tell me when she needs to be there. So it's like, if y'all don't open y'all mouth and tell me, I don't know. And so, like, for me, that lack of, why do I always lose my chaplet while I'm trying to talk? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Found it. Yeah, so, like, whereas my mother-in-law is probably going to make you over worry, and then it really don't be nothing serious. My mother is going to tell you, it's okay. And then she be damn near on her deathbed. Then it'd be like, oh, y'all should have checked in, or, which is what we do as at my family, it's really okay. Really, it's okay. Like, right now, I'm going to hold myself accountable. Right now, I'm doing that about my birthday. None of my friends or family going to be able to go on my birthday trip, so it's just going to be me and the man, which is not a problem, because I love hanging out with my man. But my sister now is planning a really big event with my mother and her partner for literally the weekend after my birthday. And I was just like, I told myself, like, no, it's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to have a great birthday, and whoever could be a part of it could be a part of it. But in my heart, especially yesterday when it was expressed, I was hurt. That was passive aggressive. I need to fix that. Like today, after I'm done talking to y'all, I'm going to reach out to my sister. I'm going to let her know that I was hurt by it, but I'm no longer hurt by it because I have to understand and grow the fuck up and realize that my birthday should just be my celebration. And even though there are days where I'm trying to run away from my partner because he get on my nerves, I have to stop mistreating him and kind of, I realize that I kind of probably make him feel like shit when I'm kind of left with him and I kind of throw a fit. Like, oh, damn, ain't nobody else coming? Like, I don't want him to feel like I don't fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like, I truly do fuck with him. It's just, I think he underestimates how hurtful the last couple of years have been for me. So I think he underestimates how much time I have needed to process and rebalance emotionally from some of the hurt that he's caused me. And I don't think that that's like registering to him because he doesn't know how hurtful some of the things he's done to me are. So I don't blame him whatsoever, but I do need to get better. I do need to get better. That's not what we're talking about this week. I just kind of wanted to recap because, like I said, real time examples of both parents kind of not doing what they're supposed to do, and real time examples of both myself and my partner exhibiting behaviors that reflect, these women and their emotional immaturity, and just me constantly reminding myself that, like, emotional maturity and, annoyance and all of those things are a spectrum. And before we can judge another person for, being cryptic when they could just tell you that they're going to get a colonoscopy, you have to be reminded that nobody can judge you for pretending that everything's okay, but having a storm inside of you being hurt. Like, everywhere, every person, is somewhere on this continuum of appropriate versus inappropriate, or inclusive versus exclusive, or restrictive versus non-restrictive. And to judge another person without without realizing that you have your own flaws too is a huge character flaw. And I'll be honest, I exhibit that character flaw a lot. I'm quick to judge another person or point a finger at somebody, not realizing that literally when we point, there are three fingers pointing back at me. There are three fingers. There are three pieces of accountability pointing right back at me in order to even just do this and to put the blame on another person. And so before we shift into talking about crochet and me just kind of like speaking about my craft and my creativity, I wanted to say that last week was really therapeutic for me. And really eye-opening for me, because I realized that if I don't identify those immaturities, I can repeat them. And I don't want the children that come behind me to have to heal in the exact same way. Now, they, like we've talked about before, they still gonna have to heal from me because I'm human and I'm flawed. But I'm praying that they don't have to heal in the exact same way that I did. And I'm hoping that the healing is not as kind of aimless as mine. Like, I'm hoping to be able to be more effective in the healing process of the people that come behind me. And so I wanted to kind of give that quick update. I have had a middle schooler in my house for 2 weeks. The first week was a pool. It was a pool. It was just a lot of stress. This week, I'll be honest, I've taken this week off. This week, as long as he don't hurt himself or disrespect my home, I'm not bothering him. The first week, I was giving him work, a little schoolwork, because he really does need it. He's behind. Giving him some workouts to do, and just like any other kid, he fussed about it. But it's not so much that he fussed about it. He went behind my back and called his mother and made it seem like I was hurting him or I was mistreating him. And so now it's just like, and my partner, and I'll finish this up and then we'll go into crochet. My partner feels very I think he feels very upset with me about it because I feel like he wants me to hold the line. Like, he wants me to be like, I don't care what you want to do. You gonna want to do this. And I get that. I get what he wants. I can't do it right now because I'm personally triggered by things that he doesn't understand. Like, I've did this tug of war for 6 years with kids in a classroom. And at least I was getting paid to do it. I'm doing this shit for free while I'm still trying to work a full-time job. I was exhausted from doing it when it was my full-time job. He don't understand how exhausting preteens are because he's not choosing to deal with it. And I'm not choosing to sacrifice my sanity because he wants something for his son. If he wants that for his son, then he needs to go into the battlefield and deal with that. Yeah, you at work, but you can call that boy and make him do something. I'm not doing it. I told him that I will start by giving him book work once we go get that workbook from my mother-in-law's house. We took the workbook to my mother-in-law's house because everybody told me that the kids was going to be there for the summer. Lo and behold, the little one has not left here, which is not a problem. Don't bother me. But y'all got to get to work now because I was using my personal printer that I use for my business for him, and I don't feel that he deserves it. And I know that it's because he's a preteen, and I know that it's because all of these things are going on. I understand all of that. Like I told my mother-in-law, if I had the patience to do what my partner is asking me to do, I would probably still be teaching. I left that shit too. I don't want that. The reason that I stopped teaching for real is because I don't want to force another person to be great because I don't understand that concept of having to force a person to be great because nobody has ever had to force me to be great. I woke up wanting to do certain things. And so because of that, I chased it feverishly. I don't know if that's just a girl thing versus a boy thing. I don't know if that's just a me thing versus a them thing. But neither of my stepchildren have a desire to be excellent at anything but resting. And I mean, okay, but I don't have a desire to pull them. I feel like I pulled their father a lot in this relationship and my back hurt. Okay? So let's pivot. As of right now, all I can ask y'all to do is pray for me and pray for these kids and pray for that man because we are navigating. Crochet. Let's talk about crochet. I have been crocheting now 3 years. Actually, 3 years ago this week, so like a few days ago, 3 years ago, I made my very first bucket hat. As a matter of fact, I think it's in my closet. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where my flower crown is. I don't know, y'all. I got so much crochet stuff in this closet. But my very first ruffle hat ever that I made, we call them flower crowns. Speaking of which, I gotta reach out to my friend Asia. She actually created the name of the flower crown. But I made my first ruffle hat, and I made it way too big, y'all. My first batch of ruffle hats were so wide. It took for me to have a female bald customer that was like, I can't fit this. This slips off my head. Because when I made the first ones, they were so big, and they actually looked like a piece of art. Like, they were just way different. They were super different. And I liked them. I loved them. But then people were like, no, I actually want to wear them as hats. And it's so funny because then when I started making them smaller to fit the head, then people started being like, I like them big like the one you made. You can never please people. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Crochet. Selling my crochet items over the last 3 years has taught me exactly what I just said. You can never please everybody. Like, people are the hardest thing about working with the public. Which is funny because the public is just the people. People can be exhausting without trying to be. Like, people get excited when they see a picture on on Facebook, and they will put in an order. They will put in an order for crochet. What I had to learn over these years is you need to get as much out of that person as you can when they are excited. So when the person puts in the order, you need to make them pay you right then. Because when I first started, it used to be like, oh, I'm so excited to create for you. I'm so happy that you wanted to order for me. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I gotta log into the computer. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Y'all know I gotta get locked into work. At the beginning of my crochet career, not quotes for the career, but in the beginning of my crochet journey, I was just so excited that people wanted to order from me. I was so excited that people saw value in what I was making, that it was more about the experience for me than the money. So at that point, it was very much like, you know, I was working a deal. I was really like, whatever, you know what I mean? Especially with, at the beginning of my career, of my journey, I just wanted to make stuff and I just wanted to have a good time. I also was super blessed that I had a mother who had so much yarn at her disposal. So it felt like I was really making this stuff for free. And so it felt like I could sell it for little to nothing. Come to find out, even when you sell something for little to nothing, motherfuckers ain't even got the little. Okay? That was my frustration. My frustration in all of this, and what I want to give to any person who is a new crocheter who's thinking about selling their items, know your worth, boo. Know your worth. And yeah, you gonna feel nervous because you're probably new at this and what have you, and you're trying stuff out. Understand that if you price something high and a person ends up needing to get it repaired or something, what have you, you can repair it, you know what I mean? But don't underprice yourself just because you new to this. If I could, now last week, y'all, I was leaning, and baby, the back of my head looked so bad. So bad. I said, ooh, girl, you need to get your life. This week I'm hoping I don't look as bad, because I did brush myself up this week, because I said I'm going to have to lean past this camera. And I didn't want to have to do that again. So hopefully I don't look bad this week. I'm getting my one retwist for the summer next Monday. So next week y'all will see me looking a little bit better. But I'm sorry, y'all. At the beginning of my career, I did not know my worth. And not knowing your worth is going to make you feel burnt out every time, no matter what it is that you're doing. And I was in the process of not knowing my worth in my business and in my bedroom. So I understand why the last year or so of my life I felt pretty burnt out, because I really have been undercutting myself. I really have been underserving myself. I really have been lacking in certain departments that I'm not trying to be as open about lacking in. And so I have to tell myself and remind myself that, like, first of all, give yourself grace. Second of all, now it's time to stand up. Okay? And so that's where I am when it comes to my creativity. I give myself grace for not knowing better and not doing better, because I've had some situations where people, like for instance, earlier this year, I told y'all about a situation where one of my high school friends, her brother, ordered some hats for her and him and never got them. Y'all know them hats still sit in my closet. And it's funny because that same friend is about to be selling clothes and has, guerrilla marketed me into, and let me tell you something. We're going to talk about that actually. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's so funny. The very friend whose brother wasted my motherfucking life asking me to make him and her matching bucket hats, that friend has decided that she wants to, take a entrepreneurial venture or continue her entrepreneurial venture, because she has done some other things on the entrepreneur tip. My friend puts out a post saying that she's about to make some apparel, some Chicago Pride based apparel. I shared the post on some check out what my friend doing type shit. Her marketing strategy, I would assume, is after she has after you have kind of engaged with the content, she reaches out to try to start the order process. I won't lie to y'all, that marketing strategy is genius because it did put me in the corner and it made me feel like, ooh, I guess, yeah, I could go ahead and place this order. Definitely place the order back in the wintertime for a outfit that would be more fitting for the wintertime. She had vendor issues. Vendor issues are something that we can't control, for real. And after her vendor got done, having their issues, she ended up not getting the suits until recently. It's the summertime now. Realistically, I don't want to spend $100 on something I'm not going to be able to wear until fall. Truthfully. I am going to purchase it. But when I do purchase it, I do want to give her the feedback that, like, my customer experience was not really good. Like, I truly feel like you should have sat on those suits until they were in season. But again, everybody wears different stuff at different times. There are people who wear jogging suits in the summertime. So I'm just going to let her know how I personally felt about it, and let that be that. Because, well, hold on. That wasn't my next word. Hold on. I want to give her that feedback because I wish more people would give me more feedback. I have friends who have gotten things from me and it probably need to be a little repair put on it or something fixed on it. And instead of my friends telling me, they've just thrown it to the side. They've just, said, okay, I supported my friend. Hopefully nothing else unravels, or hopefully this don't happen in none of her other orders. But it's like, why would you not tell me? One of the things that I realized in crochet that is so frustrating to me, and it probably shouldn't frustrate me. I'm just a person who is like hungry for feedback. It's like, if you are a super nice person, people won't feel comfortable giving you feedback because they think that you're going to be offended by the feedback. And it's like, no, like that helps me get better. If you watch my vlog and you watch my artistry on my other platforms and you see a way that I could get better, please let me know. For example, at the beginning of my vlog, I was recording my stuff vertical with the portrait option. One of my followers, who also is in the entertainment industry, told me that it would be better to go landscape, a wide frame. Change my wide frame, my numbers increase, my views increase, the experience increase for the person. Feedback is important. People need feedback. Now, some people don't want feedback, so I understand why people are apprehensive to give it, but I personally want it, and I'm going to start to seek it more often because I want to improve. I want to get better, and I can't get better if I don't know what's not working. Like, I can't get better. Everybody always telling me, "Oh, it's great. It's doing great. You're doing great." I know I'm doing great because I'm doing my best. However, I want to be doing more, and so I would like for people to up the ante. Up it a little bit. Just up it a little bit for me. I am doing some amazing things crochet-wise. Like right now, I'm working on my birthday outfit. Freehanding it. I think that's the biggest thing. My biggest flex crochet is I don't follow a pattern for long. I'll start with the pattern and then I'm like, okay, I understand what to do. I know if I increase, it's going to make it look like this. If I decrease, it's going to make it look like this. If I do that, it's going to make it look like this. So now I got it. I love that because every one of my pieces truly is one of one, because it's not like the person who did the tutorial. It's not like the other person. That's the thing that I love the most about crochet, is everything that I do It's different. It's not like anybody else, and it's not like the thing I did before. I can make you and your friend a hat that have the same colors, but neither of those hats will be the same. The tension won't be the same. And you know what I mean? And that for me is just so great. Like, I can lean into that. I can lean into that creativity, and it makes me feel alive. I want to continue to lean into my creativity. I'm sorry, my mind blank. I want to continue to lean into my creativity, and then I have officially decided that my main focus, like, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do orders for crochet. I am going to do orders for crochet, but my main focus is to land brand deals for Ganelle's Crafts and for the Harley Hendricks brand to be able to get money for looking good in my crochet. I want to make crochet stuff for the stars. See how Doechii was at the BET Awards in that crochet outfit? I want to be the person that's crying because somebody on a red carpet in my outfit. I don't want to be the person that can look around the hood and see that every girl got on something that I made. That's great. That's not what I want. I aspire to be higher. Now, if the girls in the hood want something from me, I'm going to appropriately price it and get it to them. But my goal is to create for, and I've talked about this before, my goal is to create for entertainers and performers. Truthfully, I want to get into creating for adult performers. So, my OnlyFans models, my exotic dancers, my kink girlies, the furry girlies once I get real comfortable making the big furry costumes. Like, I want to get to the point where I'm creating for these people that are going to be at these conventions, that are going to be in these spaces, where I can start to create for more people of that nature. That's the biggest thing, y'all. It's like, I am still in awe of the fact that I turn string into clothes. Like, I take a ball of string and make something that I can walk outside and wear and party in and have a good time in. That I don't think I could ever get over. Like, I can't get past that. Like, I can't just casually say that because it's so fucking boss. And so I love it. Crochet is not something that I do a lot of talking about. Crochet is just something that I do. It's something that I picked up and now I don't ever want to put down. And so even though I used half of this week's vlog to like rant about the back ends of what I talked about last week, I am going to wrap us up right now because really, like, that's it. Like, I figured out that you can't make everybody happy, so make yourself happy. I'm figuring out how to make myself happy while continuing to create and live. And I'm making what I am doing with my crochet apply to my whole life. I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy, but I got to make myself happy. Like, I know it doesn't make my partner happy that I'm not being more stern on my stepson this week, but I need to make myself happy, and I need to get my sanity back. It's a short week anyways. He about to go and be with his mom for, some time for the holiday. When they get closer to the school year, I'm going to knuckle down because I know that young man needs it. But right now, we both need a break. And I am going to listen to my body, and I'm going to take my break. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, y'all. I am speaking up more. I am standing up for myself. The thing that I do want to work on is that passive aggressive. Like, I'm going to talk to my sister. I'm going to let her know that I was hurt about that. I am a little hurt that sometimes summer events, I have to stop making it personal. Summer events end up happening around my birthday because my birthday is in the summer. And I just got to stop being a brat. So I'm holding myself accountable on this video. I'm going to be able to come back to this video, say, girl, stop being a brat, stop being a brat, stop being a fucking brat. I love myself. I love y'all. And I thank anybody who literally sits for the full video. If you are still here right now, you are the shit. And I love you the most. Have a great week. I'll see you guys next week.